up there, so he's gonna have to deal with it. That's just how it go down sometimes. It's just how it go down sometimes, you know. It's not too bad. Yeah, alright. Bring this down a little bit. Get it up. Get it up. Get this thing on and popping, man.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the Toronto Raptors. For Toronto, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. And the Raptors' success, it's winning them a legion of supporters, not just in the 6. We're talking all of Canada, Kenny.
Oh, the 6. Wow, I like that. That place is always packed. They've got a great home crowd, Ernie. I love it. And you go to that square, it's overflow with fans feeling the love.
You know, ever since Steve Nash, a lot of kids are picking up basketballs in Canada now. The NBA is well positioned to continue growing around the world. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
That brings a tear to my eye.
I'm not even
for the
Canadian.
reason you'd think.
And I'm going to stand up. I'm not even Canadian.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And now, your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At shooting. Standing 6'8". Number 10. Stevenson. At center. Standing 7 feet. Number 43. JaVale McGee. At power forward. Standing 6'9". Number 0. At the other guard position. Standing 6'6". Number 2. Lonzo. At the other forward position. Standing 6'8". Number 23. LeBron James. The head coach of our home team is Luke Walton. Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Lakers.
Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and Hall of Fame sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And tonight we're joined by a legend of the NBA. 5-time NBA champion, Kobe Bryant has stopped by. Kobe, great to have you with us.
No, thank you. Thank you for letting me stop in and join you for a bit.
Any chance you might pursue broadcasting in the years to come?
Nope.
Nor coaching?
Nope. Don't have the patience for either.
All right, we're glad you're with us tonight. Lakers are enjoying this break from the road. They've put it all together over the course of their last 7 games. They've only had 1 loss over that span.
And the atmosphere in this building is incredible. And as that win streak continues to grow, the fans' excitement has grown right along with it. And now we've reached that point where it's considered a frenzy.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Leonard and Ibaka are the forward pairing. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Ball against Lowry. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Kobe, a lot of guys, once they stop playing, their bodies change.
Yeah.
Yet they still have the ailments.
That's generous.
But a lot of guys have ailments that linger on through their post-career. what kind of workout? We know you were just a workout fiend when you played, but what about now in retirement?
I work out hard.
Do you?
Yeah, it's become a challenge to say, because most players when they retire say, you know what, I just don't want to gain a boatload of weight, right? And so they just try to manage that. I don't want to manage something. I want to attack something. So I'm going to say, you know what?
Well, that's a surprise.
Yeah, revelation. And so I said, I'm going to train harder than I ever did because I want to look good. I want to be fit for my children. I want to be able to chase them around and be able to show up at some of these retirement ceremonies or some of these other things.
And looking like you did when you played.
Being in great shape.
Yeah.
So.
Goes back up. 5 to shoot. Kuzma can't get it to go. And here's Toronto. Pass to Ibaka. Down low. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist from Ibaka. Valanciunas has got his second basket of the night. And Kobe, you're staying in shape even now. Isn't it sad sometimes to see how a lot of guys don't do that?
It's hard, right? Because you have a purpose to train.
Yes.
Now you wake up, you're like, oh, this is my purpose to train. Like, that's what I need to be doing this for. No, I'll do it tomorrow. No, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And all of a sudden, those handles start creeping from the back to the front. Yeah, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's today.
My clothes don't fit.
Yeah.
My clothes don't fit.
Tomorrow should have been yesterday.
And have to defend better in the paint. Just let him set up way too deep.
Right, Greg. You've got to push him off the box because once he's got that deep low post position, turn the lights off.
And David Aldridge spoke with Nick Nurse. David.
Thanks, Kevin. He told me that when you're playing against a team as good as they are inside, you have to stop the easy looks. He said if they can keep them out of the paint, they'll be in good shape to win. We'll see, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. In the NBA, because the players are so individually great and we all know about them, and the league pushes them in that direction. You know, you got the torch from Michael. You then gave it to LeBron. Before that, you know, it was Dr. J and how I find that amazing how the torch is passed from one great player to another, yet each are so individual in their accomplishments. Did you like receiving it, and did you like passing it on?
Yeah, I love both, you know, the receiving and then passing it on, because it's the infinite cycle. It's an infinite loop. And the game just continues to evolve, and players continue to grow. And so I was happy to be a part of that chain after watching it for so many years growing up, from, you know, Magic and Larry, and then to Michael, and then myself and LeBron, and now whoever comes next. It's an infinite loop, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
That one misses. And Kobe, talking about passing the torch, do you actually say, hey, you're taking over when I leave the game? And then on top of that, did Jordan say the same thing to you? Hey, Kobe, it's your league now. Take it.
No, it becomes apparent when you start winning championships. That's the teller, right? Can you lead a team to win a championship? And not just one, but multiple championships. And that's what determines who gets the torch next.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, guys, we have got in the NBA.
The tireless work ethic, the passion. He's a guy the team relies on for that. That's just superb interior defense, not allowing him a free run to the rim.
On the wing, Green. Leonard. Second shot opportunity. Tries again. McGee with the block. Fast break. The Lakers. Ball's running. And Kuzma slams it in.
How about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And you look at Kawhi Leonard, he comes across as a very willing learner.
Well, the first time I met him, actually, was at an All-Star game. His first All-Star game. I think he was playing a rookie game. And we had this Nike suite where all the athletes are hanging out, and you get your gift bags and all sorts of stuff. And I was up there. And he just came up to me and said, hey, tell me about your process. Like, how do you train? What do you do? And he just sat there and just started asking questions. Question after question after question for about 20 minutes. This was his first year in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But again, curiosity.
And you like that?
Oh, that's the heart of everything. The heart of everything. I don't care if you're a writer, a basketball player, a doctor, doesn't matter. If you're curious about learning, you'll eventually know.
The Lakers trail. brings in his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And if you're the D, you can't let Ball have that kind of room to shoot the basketball, especially from the mid-range area where he is proven to be so efficient.
I tell you, there are players who can get thrown off when they're that wide open, but this guy keeps his cool and doesn't rush it.
Now, here's Kuzma. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. The drive by James, and the rejection by Leonard.
In a sensation. Individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Boy, Kev, I love his game. He can hurt you in so many different ways.
Here's Ball. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Here's Kuzma. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Kuzma's got 6.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
So, timeout called here. The first. For Toronto.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's a good call, Greg. They need a fresh, new approach here.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And Kobe, you've made no apologies throughout your career about being a scorer, but how do you strike that balance between getting buckets and keeping your teammates involved?
Well, it's a thin line, especially for scorers, because when you're locked into that mentality, it's very easy. It's almost like a race switch. You're racing with blinders and you don't see anything else. You have one focus, right? And so it becomes a matter of trying to understand when to attack throughout the course of the game. So the first 3 quarters, maybe I'll lay back. Or maybe even it's just the first quarter, then close out the first half strong. So you go into halftime with some momentum. But then at the end of the game, that's when you put the blinders back on and you really race for that finish line. And so everything in between just becomes a matter of setting up the pieces so that then you can close the game out the right way. So that's how I thought about it.
And I can sense by the way you described this that you had to know your teammates' game as well as your own game.
Well, yeah, you got to know how they're feeling going into the game.
Yeah.
Right? Does Pau Gasol have it tonight? How's Elo feeling tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got to be able to measure those things. And if you feel like the team's going to get off to somewhat of a sluggish start, that's when you kick it into high gear immediately, right? And so it's a bit of a guessing game, but it's more so being able to spend the time with your teammates and talk to them, and that'll help you gauge a little bit better.
Here's Paul, following the basket by LeBron James. Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. It's Miles on the wing. James covering. They get it back. Monroe. McGee with the block.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And so it's Monroe with it, bringing it up for the Toronto Raptors. Here's Siakam. Knocks down the 10-footer. Siakam's got his first 2 points of the night. Well, Kobe, you're known as one of the greatest Lakers of all time. I know you feel there are a lot of guys in that first line of the sentence, right?
No doubt. Yeah. No doubt. Guys that I've watched growing up. I mean, listen, I go all the way back to the days of Pollard and Mikan, and I've watched them all, let alone the Baylors, the Chamberlains, the Jabbars, the Worthies. I mean, it's just...
What names?
I mean, what franchise has built...
No one.
Right? I mean, if you look up in the rafters and you see all the jerseys that are hanging up there, they're not some of the all-time Laker greats. They're some of the all-time greats, period. Right? And so to be a part of that franchise is just mind-blowing.
And the Raptors with the ball after the miss from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second-chance bucket.
The drive by James. Caldwell-Pope. The kick out to LeBron. Pass to Kuzma. Shoots from 14. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Kuzma's got 8 points.
There is so much responsibility on LeBron's shoulders. He has to keep that offense flowing, and he's got such a great grasp of their system.
Here's Van Vliet. There's the pass to Monroe. Tries from 10. Here's Siakam, and he jams it with authority.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's LeBron. 32 points for him last game against Denver.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Van Vliet. He kicks it to Monroe. Buzzer beater!
And you can't end the period any better than that.
Boy, you call that a perfect closeout. You love the aggressiveness on the offensive end leading to that final shot.
It's been all about Jonas Valanciunas for Toronto. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We'll return shortly. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Well, you love the determination. It seems like every rebound is theirs for the taking. They are overwhelming the opposition.
So for Toronto right now, we've got Anunoby, and it's Kilpatrick in at the shooting guard position. Here's Anunoby. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. I know you made a habit of studying those players who came before you, watching tape. If you could give one example of a move or a shot that inspired you by watching footage and how you were able to implement it in your game.
Oscar Robertson's baseline fall away.
Which was, I think that's Kobe Bryant's baseline fall away.
Yeah, I mean, because he had great size, so he would use his body and put his body on smaller players, just take them down to the baseline, and then raise over top of them and shoot. And that's something I use quite a bit.
A lot.
Oh, yeah.
With great effect. With great effect.
Yeah, shaky defense there, giving up the bucket plus sending KCP to the line.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That free throw good from Caldwell Pope. Raptors leading by 3. Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. Here's Kilpatrick, guarded by Kuzma. Kilpatrick passes to Siakam, and he makes that one. Siakam's got 6.
That's a nice little outside-in play right there. Good feed into the post and a solid finish.
Passes it to Kuzma. Again, Los Angeles.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. And the basket by Kilpatrick. And Kobe, I remember you saying that curiosity is such a valuable trait in a player. I bet the triangle was a very intriguing offense for you to learn and grasp.
Oh, yeah. it created such a system. It's like, jazz. When people watch jazz musicians orchestrating, it seems as if they're freelancing, but they're freelancing with a built-in structure. You have to have structure in order to be able to freelance and create these amazing things. And the triangle gave unbelievable structure. And some of the people that I've talked to that have competed against the triangle and lost against the triangle, whether it was to us or to the Bulls, all lament about the triangle's the biggest crock of garbage. It was just you and Michael. And I said, you know what? Let's have a conversation about that. You remember this play? Yeah. Okay, that play happened at the moment it happened with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter because we knew in the first minute of the game when we ran it, you did this defensively. So we said, okay, they did that. Check. Well, wait. Okay, now let's look at this action. Okay, this action, how are they playing this action? They're playing it that way. All right, check. Hold it. We'll wait. Interesting. Right? And so in the fourth quarter, we're able to take advantage. Why? Because we have a structure. And from that structure, we know what you are doing, and we know how to counter what you're doing. All right? There's a reason Michael can look at Steve Kerr in the timeout and said, be ready. How would he know that?
Yeah, right.
How would he know that unless he knew every time he drove middle, Stockton was coming over to help on his dribble penetration? He could have made that pass to Steve Kerr in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Why did he wait?
That's good stuff. And the Lakers have possession after the Raptors pick up 2. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
Bucket is good. Ingram's got his first bucket of the night. And playing in Los Angeles, did you ever look into the crowd and just appreciate that platform and just think, wow, how can it get any better than Los Angeles and winning in Los Angeles?
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I used to look at the sidelines when I first came out. All of these A-list celebrities and actors. And the thing that I always found fascinating and interesting is that I would go and watch them on the screen. And here they're all watching me perform.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating. Because when we watch them on the screen performing, you understand that there's 1 take, there's 2 takes, there's 3 takes, right? There's prep that goes in. They're watching us perform. There are no backsies. Right? If I take a horrible shot, I can't say cut, take 2. you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And so I took a lot of pride in trying to give them the best performance I possibly can, live and direct.
Toronto calls timeout. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
No passion on the defensive end. Didn't look completely engaged. Really need to lock in and be focused on these road games.
Middle of winter. Some teams feeling the cold in the power rankings. Others remaining hot. Taking a look at Toronto, they still have a firm hold on that second spot. Strong place to be.
And when you look at the Lakers, where they are living the dream, continuing this improbable journey, proving throughout the year that they're the real deal.
Now here's Leonard. 20 points for him last game against Washington.
He was also one of their key contributors on the glass. His effort was terrific.
Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. Asked to Kilpatrick. Back to Lowry. Now Leonard. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game.
Well, what you love about Serge Ibaka, yes, he has tremendous size and reach and great athleticism, but he plays his role to a T.
First trip to the line for him here.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
First one falls, and Toronto making a change here. Green's checked in. so he hits both.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Here's James, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Whacking James like the D does there is the right move. I mean, especially when you consider how strong he is.
The Lakers have only one missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Free throw drops for James.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
You have to love the leadership of LeBron James. Is he demanding of his teammates? Absolutely. But they can take it because he demands more from himself.
Anthony finds James. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. That's 12 points for LeBron.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
Now, here's Lowry. 20 points for him last game against the Wizards in Washington. Ingram passes to Carmelo. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. LeBron's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
No problems knocking that one down. And the Raptors lead by 2.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Ball kicks to James over Ibaka, and it's James missing.
Boy, that's just the kind of tight defense you need to play on him. Any kind of room at all, and he'll bury it.
Anthony against Leonard. Puts it up from 17, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Now it's a 4-point Raptor lead. Ball against Lowry. Ball kicks to James. And here's Anthony for 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
Well, if you let Melo get his feet set, turn the lights off.
And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. Last time they met was in Toronto.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last. And they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, I think when your bench puts up that kind of productivity, it makes your offense so much more difficult to defend. It's a key element in their last win.
And it's Leonard missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The quick look, no good that time. The Raptors have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 5 now.
Boy, that's a decisive move to the cup. He gives the defense no chance to react.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and ball size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
The Lakers have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. JaVale McGee's checked in for Tyson Chandler. He hits the second from the line.
I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow, when you factor in how efficient he is already.
Here's Siakam. He's got 6, and James picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And the Raptors with the ball. Pass to Monroe. Toronto working the ball around now. 5 on the clock. Here's Van Vliet. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Quinn.
And to me, that's all about the body control, right, Greg? I mean, he does such a stellar job sizing up his man and drains it despite having the size on him.
Kobe, I know you can't stay any longer, but I just want to say thank you on behalf of all of our fans watching and playing the game tonight. Always a pleasure to have you drop by our broadcast.
No, thank you for having me, man, and anytime.
There he is, the legendary Kobe Bryant. And with Kobe stopping by the booth doors, I'm always amazed at the type of things Kobe will notice about both NBA and the players competing that the casual fans rarely think about.
Well, you think back to Kobe's career and how much his preparation and studying of the league and his opponents contributed to his success. And obviously, with what we just heard, this guy still holds so much knowledge of the game.
59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Kicks to Miles. Back to Van Vliet. Here's Siakam. He has 6. To the paint. In the corner, Powell with it. Over Ingram. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
You have to keep connecting from there if you're Norman Powell. That jump shot continues to improve.
2-for-1 territory, but they got to work quick.
Right. You don't want to rush it, but you do want to get off as quick a shot as possible.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut back down to 4 points with the basket from Ball. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Van Vliet. He's covered by Ball. Van Vliet kicks to Monroe. Back to Van Vliet. And again, Toronto with the triple.
That's what you call working inside out. Drawing the defense in close, kicking it out for the open jump shot. Nice and easy.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see who can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Jonas Valanciunas had it going on in the first quarter. He had 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. And it's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. And now they need to stay in, and he cannot lose that edge in the second half.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Lakers.
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half of drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Well, he certainly put the defense at a tough spot in that half. Forces the issue, draws the contact time and time again.
In the past, it has been suggested, Doris, that up-tempo teams couldn't maintain that style and then go on to win the playoffs. Is that an outdated theory and thought process?
Well, I think it is always contingent on the team, Kevin. You think back back to the Lakers Showtime era when the reality is those were up-tempo Showtime type teams, right? They could sustain it. But I think the fact of the matter is the teams that sustain success are the ones that can play in virtually any style. Can they play up-tempo if you allow them? Certainly. But when the game slows, particularly in the playoffs and the postseason, can you execute in the half court? Because you've got to be able to play both ways, I think, to win in the modern NBA.
The 4 and 5 are the athletic duo of LeBron and McGee. All out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. That's the Laker 5. Now here's Ingram. Great D that time from Green.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Ibaka, that falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And it's a 9-point Raptor lead.
Well, for all the talk about the accurate shooters in the league, give it up to Kyle Lowry for his precise passing ability.
Ingram dishes to McGee. Lowry against Ball. 6 to shoot. James has a 2-pointer. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Raptors leading by 9 to the inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on LeBron James.
You know, and Serge Ibaka, a player who kind of came into the league as a defensive stopper, shot blocker. You know, still has great length and can bother shots, but not the prolific shot blocker he once was, as the focus has become more on the offensive end.
And with Ibaka at one point would average almost 4 blocks a game.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard for any player to maintain a pace that high at this stage. Ibaka's done well to adjust, I think, his capabilities and make sure he can still have an impact on defense. The block numbers won't ever be as gaudy as they once were, but he is still causing problems for shooting. And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
And you can blame it on a terrible defensive breakdown, one that could possibly swing the momentum here.
Here's Anthony. Again, Los Angeles.
You know, you'd be hard-pressed to find many players in the league that are as strong in the mid-range as Melo.
And so Green will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They've led by as much as 10. Lowry, good.
Really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the third.
Lakers trail by 8. Here's Ball. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 6 assists now in the game.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that 6th sense. Wow, what a pass.
Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. Lowry kicks to Leonard. Plays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 6 points.
80% shooting to start the third. 4 for 5.
Ball up top. Lowry covering. And the rejection by Leonard.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Down low, Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I tell you, you allow Jonas Valanciunas space and he will throw it down. He's got the size and length to make it look easy.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
Kyle Kuzma's checked. In for Los Angeles. OG Anunoby's checked in for Toronto. So it's the Lakers now, trailing by 10. For 3, Ingram. The rebound by Ibaka. And Greg with Kawhi started as a defensive stopper, but he now is so much more than that.
I mean, he's got a great outside shot, that pull-up jumper, the turnarounds in the post. He has the complete repertoire. You never would have thought he was only viewed as a defense guy once upon a time, but was already a fantastic player. But this is a guy that continues to just add to his game.
This guy's pulling his weight tonight. The guys around him need to pick up the slack and start following his lead.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. shoots from the line. Rebound the Lakers.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Kuzma. That one a little long.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
To the middle. And Ibaka slams it in.
And how about Ibaka getting off the floor for that dunk? What a great finish.
From 20 feet out. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now here is Lowry. He's got 5. Leonard finds Valanciunas. Rebounded by Anthony. Lakers trail by 8. Here's Kuzma. And a miss there on the triple. And James picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Foul, he's jacked in for the Raptors. For Toronto, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Lowry looking around. Ibaka against Kuzma. There's the pass to Anunoby. Just 5 to shoot. And here is Powell. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
Put it on the deck, get by the defender. Norman Powell on the dribble drive. Okay, I see it.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's now 10 points for Lonzo Ball.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Lowry against Ball. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. He does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
And he knocks down the first one. And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
Yeah, he is a bulldog. I mean, he scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position, and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
This is it to Kuzma. The shot, no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
Miles, the pass to Siakam. Count it, good. Siakam's got 8 points.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And the Lakers call time here. Siakam far from the most skilled player on the floor, but Dorsey finds minutes through his hustle.
This guy has got one of the highest motors in the league. He can leak out in transition, finish in the open floor. I'll tell you, this is a jolt of caffeine in a power forward's body.
The Lakers making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
I mean, how does he get that shot off? I mean, he had to angle that perfectly to get past the defender.
Now, here's Lowry. 7 points in the game. The shot by Powell, no good. Kuzma kicks to Stevenson. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Stevenson's got 4 points now in the quarter. Raptors leading by 7. Pass to Miles. Back to Lowry. 1:52 left here in the 3rd quarter. It's Powell on the wing. Inside. Monroe's shot is good. He's got 8.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Hart kicks to Stevenson. Here's Hart, now recovering. Hart, that's good. Lowry with the ball. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. 1:09 left in the third quarter of the game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Kyle Lowry, one of the better rebounders you'll see at that point guard position.
Well, at 6'1", he does an incredible job rebounding the position, particularly given his size. And you love that he's committed to it long term.
Both good from the line that time.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Pass to Hart. And here's Kuzma. Kept alive. Chandler lays it up and banks it in. Chandler's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, because of his length and toughness, so difficult to stop Chandler from converting off the window.
Powell for 3, sinks the triple. And the Raptors lead by 10. LA's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. He gets it in there. Kuzma's got 4 this quarter. And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Raptors. Monroe outside. Down low. Powell finds Lowry. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Monroe. That one doesn't go. Nice D from Chandler. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
On the wing, Stevenson. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his 3rd foul of the game. From the arc. No good.
And you just sit down in the stance and refuse to be moved on the defensive end. Kyle Lowry forces the miss.
And so it's Toronto holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back to the action after this word.
Don't miss the action. Your favorite NBA superstars are here to compete in a showcase of the league's top talent. It's the NBA All-Star Game.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Raptors leading by 8. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Then it's Greg Monroe. Then there's C.J. Myers. And it's Siakam in at the power forward. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And what a draft day steal for the Lakers, who were able to get Kyle Kuzma, who had been drafted 27th overall.
Yeah, Kuzma came into the league far more polished than anyone expected, and you have to credit the young man's hard work and how he's able to make such a big splash that rookie year. And with how hard he works, Kuzma is going to be an impactful player in this league for a long time.
Toronto's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Green against Kuzma. Green, the pass to Siakam. go. Here's Lowry. The three. He can't get that one to fall. Kuzma kicks to Stevenson. Over Green. Stevenson can't hit. Raptors leading by 6. And the wide open shot from Miles. And good. He nails it.
Well, Kev, great timing on the catch and shoot, right? C.J. Miles, absolutely flawless, exploiting that defense with his quick release.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Monroe. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Greg Monroe. "60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And the basket by Stevenson.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Gasping for air and giving limited effort on the defensive end. Right now, it's all about the offense. Boy, the shooting has been off the charts.
Here's Valanciunas.
Well, tremendous instincts and great position. Chandler scoping that one the entire way.
Kuzma kicks to Caldwell Pope. The pass to Hart. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Monday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Chandler. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Anthony's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Ball subbed in for Hart. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Raptors. Kawhi Leonard comes in for C.J. Miles. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team. He told them we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Poked loose. Valanciunas finds Leonard. Right side Lowry. Puts up a three. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, Kyle Lowry has proven to be a dead-eye shooter when given space, and he's comfortable off the dribble or catch and shoot.
Ball with the bucket.
I think you always have to be looking for the man in the middle, and he finds him with a great feed that time.
Green against Stevenson. Green passes to Lowry. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Outside Lowry. And it's off from three-point range. Lakers trail by 7, and the Lakers turn it over again.
Well, he just gets ahead of himself and throws it away, right? You've got to have better focus than that.
Toronto with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the paint, here's Ibaka. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Ibaka's got 10 points here in the second half. From downtown, Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Green against Stevenson. Valanciunas dishes to Ibaka. From beyond the arc, he misses it. He's 4 for 7 from the floor. From deep, James. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in. And just an impossible shot to guard at times. Doris, when you think of that step-back jump shot in the league, it's lethal. And there are a couple guys who have perfected it.
Well, two in particular. James Harden, that step-back that he added is now unguardable. And Steph Curry as well. Those two men, when they decide to get to that step-back jumper, turn the lights out, close the gym doors, and step back because it's going in.
Here's Leonard following the basket by LeBron James.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
Shot from 16. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Anthony kicks the ball. Stevenson inside the three-point line. Toronto grabs the miss. Outside Leonard. Three-pointer. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 5th assist in this one.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Up top, Leonard, covered by Anthony. Lets the three fly, and again, Toronto with the triple.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here, defending the triple.
Here's Stevenson, and again, no good by the Lakers. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Toronto. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. LeBron shot is off.
A good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Toronto leading by 15. Stolen by Stevenson. It's stolen by Green. Here's Valanciunas. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Well, Kevin, even with a defender in his grill, Jonas Valanciunas determined to score the basketball.
Timeout called the Lakers. And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade, now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not the big name in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy, and it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him.
Lakers trail by 17. James finds Anthony, and it's off the back rim, no good. Over in the corner, Green. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers with possession here. And here's LeBron outside. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
The offensive rebound out to Ibaka from deep. It fails to fall. Now shooting just a little better than 50%. 5 for 9. Mikhailuk, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Wow, hats off to him for making that one. You can't find a much tougher shot than that.
Now Lowry. Outside Leonard. Four on the clock. Makes it off the glass. Leonard's got 10 points here in the second half.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Boy, the assist just put on time and on target. Easy shot opportunity.
Here is Lowry after the basket by Los Angeles. To the paint. Lakers working the ball around now. Kuzma can't get it to go. Raptors leading by 15. Leonard the pass to Green. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. It's blocked and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Toronto shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Raptors.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And this will push their record to 39 wins and a good effort tonight.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance. But, in particular, a real good game it was for Leonard.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Here's Valanciunas. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Yeah, Greg, I think it's very difficult coming back in this instance. They have owned this game. Don't see them coughing up this lead.
Now Lowry after the missed 3 by Carmelo. Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Here's Leonard. Count it.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
You know, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
And it's in there. Here's Lowry. There's 48 seconds left in the game. He kicks to Valanciunas. That shot is off. Good D by James. Mikhailuk. His 3-pointers off the mark. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th. This one for 3. No good that time. And the Lakers with possession here. 15-point game. Kicks it to LeBron. Puts it up. And that one is off. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.